Now let's take a look at this level 3 to 4, 2024's question number 3. So Sanfield painted a dark rectangle on his garage's two doors. So which of the following shape could you see on the other side of the open door? So basically, you see that there's a plane, which is the garage door, and Samuel painted a little bit like a rotated dark rectangle. So we want to know the other side is like what? So basically, you can see the rectangle is being cut by this line. And want to know on the other side, the shape is look like what? So we can just restore this. For example, this is the rectangle that Sanville draws on the door. And the door actually cut this rectangle into two parts. And this part is the part that we see right now on the other side, on the side of the door. And we're looking for the other side, which is the shape like this. Everyone, you guys told me, what kind of shape is this? What kind of shape is this? Yes, definitely. This is the trapezoid, right? Because they have two parallel lines and also the upper and the lower side is different. So that's what makes the shape a trapezoid. And this one, the option C is the correct answer. And you can also see that if we like restore the shape, it's probably something like this, and this shape exactly the trapezoid. And with the knowledge points of this one is again geometry and partitioning. And in the common core standard, you would just ask you to cut this into some like use the regular rectangle to cut that into some regular shapes. But for this one, first of all, we'll rotate this a little bit. And at the same time, we'll cover a part and will require our students to use the spatial thinking and imagination to recover the other part. Now, everyone, let's take a look at this fourth question. Soccer players numbered 1 to 1 stand in a circle, 1 to 11, right? So each player keeps the ball to the third player on their left. For example, 1 to the fourth, right? So plus 3 into 4, and 4 plus 3, that's equal to 7. And this kicking pattern continues until a player has the ball for the second time. Okay, so we cannot repeat it. Okay, so what is the number of player? The number of player who kicked the ball last. Okay, so we want to know the number that of the player who kicked the ball last. Okay, so let's first of all follow this pattern. As you can see, the first one is number 1, right? You plus 3, you kick it to the fourth one. And then you plus 3, kick it to the seventh one. And then you plus 3, you kick it to the 10th one. But be careful, okay? For this one, the 10th one gonna plus 3, kick it to the second one. So that's another whole cycle. So from the second one, you plus 3, that's 5. You can see the pattern? Each of them is actually plus 1, right? So follow this pattern. You can see that 5 plus 3, that's actually equal to 8. 8 plus 3, that's actually equal to 11. And now 11 is going to kick to the third one, right? So third one plus 1, 5 plus 3, sorry, plus 3, that's equal to 6. And 6 plus 3, that's equal to 9. Okay, be careful. 9 is right here. Plus 3, that's going to be 1. So 1 has already kicked the ball before, right? So you see, so 1 has already kicked the ball before. We want to know what is the number of player who kicked the ball last. So this is the player who kicked the ball last. So that's actually number 9. So regarding this question, we're actually talking about the logic reasoning, pattern recognition, and circular arrangement. And for this one, in the Common Core, it actually requires to identify the arithmetic patterns, just like this one. And for this one, we actually fuse a little bit with the circular pattern. It's not just simply going 1 to 100, something like that. So we sort of create a cycle. So besides recognize this arithmetic pattern, students also need to use this cycle and find the final answer. So this one is a little bit deeper than the common standard core. So that's why it's also a good chance for our students to strengthen their logic reasoning and number sense.